Palantir stock is moving massive right now as I'm recording this video. It's up over 8% on the day. And this is on the back of an analyst upgrade and some interesting commentary around the business, especially on the AI side of Palantir. We're going to talk about what was said, what that updated price target is, and what this means for Palantir stock in the short term, medium term, and long term. But before we get into all that, thank you for being here. My name is Austin. I'm a co-owner of cloudmusicsuite.com. I'm a stock market investor. And most importantly for this video, I am a Palantir shareholder. I have many shares in my bag and I've been holding since just a few months after they went public. The channel just recently passed the 1,000 subscriber mark this past week. So if you're one of those people that's already subscribed, thank you so much for helping us reach that goal of 1,000 subscribers in the short term. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and hit that button, help out the channel, and drop a like for me. As a thank you for doing that, here's a picture of both my cats, Millie and Luna. Millie's the gray one, Luna's the brown one. They thank you for subscribing. Okay, Palantir stock once again is on a massive tear upward. As I'm recording this video, we're up over 8% on the day. And that puts us at a year-to-date return of over 174%. So congrats to any fellow Palantir shareholders out there. It's been an amazing year for us so far, and I only see it improving as we move forward into earnings season, as Palantir is about to report earnings on August 7th for Q2 of 2023. We're looking for another quarter of GAAP profits booked for Palantir, keeping the story strong of S&P 500 inclusion coming within the next 3 to 5 quarters. But the reason it's up so big today is because Wedbush analyst Dan Ives, who is a very well-known tech analyst, made some interesting comments about Palantir, especially around the AI side of the business. He made an interesting comparison of Lionel Messi, saying that Palantir is the Messi of AI. Basically, they're the beast of AI. They're the best company positioned to take advantage of the AI wave. There's many people in the retail community and some analysts who have been saying this for years actually now. But Dan Ives clearly sees the opportunity with Palantir now, and he went ahead and updated his price target to $25, and that's a 12-month price target. So that's substantially higher than where we are today, and I actually do see his $25 price target as pretty realistic over the next 12 months, which would put us mid-2024. If the story plays out how I think it's going to play out with Palantir, by mid-2024, we're actually going to see that S&P 500 inclusion. We're going to see multiple quarters of GAAP profit. We're still going to see the insane 20 to 30% revenue growth on a regular basis. And we're going to see Palantir's commercial side of the business grow and grow and grow in customer count, customer volume, and total products sold as they continue to grow out this company and stay the leader in the data aggregation, data integration, decision-making, and AI space. So what does this upgrade mean for Palantir in the short term? What's it mean in the midterm? What's it mean in the long term? I'm gonna start with long term first. This upgrade from Dan Ives means absolutely nothing to Palantir's long-term growth story. The only thing that's gonna change Palantir's long-term growth story is the company executing, increasing market share, becoming more and more profitable, expanding into new markets, expanding their product offerings, etc. That's what's gonna move the stock in the long term. Dan Ives upgrading the stock is not part of the long-term growth story for Palantir. The midterm, I also think it means close to nothing in the midterm. There's one thing it could change is institutional ownership. Institutional ownership has been historically low with Palantir, given their business to business and business to government side of the business and the fact that it's a software company. But there seems to be this black cloud around Palantir because they're so secretive with their data that there's not a ton of institutional ownership. More and more analysts getting on the side of Palantir could increase institutional ownership a little bit. And then in the short term, this is clearly a good thing for Palantir. I'm not a short-term investor. I'm not a swing trader or anything like that. I'm worried about long-term growth trajectory with Palantir, but in the short term, today, obviously, it's been an amazing boost to the share price, up over 8% on the day. So that's clear short-term benefit right there. But these analysts like to kind of follow each other around. So as Dan Ives increases his price target, there's probably another guy over here who wants to follow Dan Ives and say, hey, I also agree. I want to get some credit for whenever Palantir shoots to the moon. I can say, hey, I predicted this. So these analysts like to follow each other around. So we're probably going to have a wave of analysts jumping on the Palantir bandwagon as it relates to AI, which could inflate the stock price in the short term. We'll see if that happens, but I've seen it happen so many countless times before with tech companies, especially as they turn that profitability corner, which Palantir has done, having now booked 2 quarters in a row of profitability. And about a week from now, I'm going to say that's going to be 3 quarters in a row of GAAP profitability. The AI story, along with their amazing balance sheet, along with the fact that they're free cash flow positive and have been for a very long time, and now they're hitting GAAP profits on the bottom line and are projected to do so for the remainder of 2023 and beyond, gives people a lot of reason to be excited about Palantir moving through the next few quarters and even the next few years. So what am I doing based on this news with Palantir? I'm not changing my investment thesis at all. Dan Ives does not dictate my decisions with my portfolio. I'm long on Palantir. I've been holding my shares for a very long time. I've hit my share goal with Palantir. I'm probably just going to be a holder from here on out unless we see any major weakness around earnings or any negative news around the company. If we see a big dip in the stock price or markets overall get weaker again, I'll probably be a buyer of Palantir, even though I have hit my share goal, because I see so much upside with Palantir over the coming years. Let me know what you're doing with your Palantir shares. Are you a buyer? Are you a seller? Are you shorting? What are you doing? I want to hear about it in the comments below. One of my favorite parts of posting videos every single time is seeing people's comments down below. So go ahead and get down there. Let me know what you're doing. Thank you for being here and have an amazing day.